Vessel, and welcome to the Dice Tower Week in Review. In this video, we're going to take a look at the last week, all the different videos that we reviewed, or all the games that we've taken a look at, and we're going to give you kind of a quick rundown, so our quick thoughts on those, and if you want to know more, you can go back and check out the full review. So here we go.
Hey everybody, Z Garcia here. Last week I reviewed two games. I reviewed Heir to the Pharaoh, which is a very attractive two-player only game with some simultaneous bidding, some area control, kind of. It's a clever game, but one that I found to be somewhat repetitive. So for me, it wasn't quite the hit I was hoping it was going to be. It's one I was very much looking forward to. Saw this earlier in the year and was pretty psyched about it, but for me, it was just okay. It's an okay game. And I also reviewed Oceanos from Yellow, and that one I am really psyched about. It's a drafting game. It's a gorgeous looking game. It's very simple, and it is pretty lucky. But if you are looking for something like, say, Seven Wonders, but lighter, simpler, yes, more swingy, then I think this is one you are going to like. So far, one of my favorite games of the year, really, Oceanos. And that's it for me. I'll see you next week.
Hey folks, welcome back to another Week in Review. This week I was able to do, first of all, a top 5 list on the top 5 games that I'm looking forward to at Gen Con that I have not yet already played. Very long title, pretty short video though. Go check that out. Some games that I'm really looking forward to just because I haven't been able to get them to the table yet, and I'm looking forward to doing that this week. I was also able to do a review for a family game that I've just been turned on to recently called Coconuts. Now, I know it's been out there and I've seen other people playing it. I've just never gotten it to the table. Tried it out with my family and they loved it. So, for the most part at least. It's a little frustrating at times, but great time to be had as long as you don't keep it, as long as you keep it very light. Don't take it too seriously because it's not supposed to be. But that's Coconuts, and I was also able to do 3 informational style videos, just kind of showing you what's in the new blister packs for expansions for Imperial Assault, Star Wars Imperial Assault from Fantasy Flight. I was able to do the Greedo Ambitious Mercenary pack. I was also able to do the Grand Inquisitor villain pack. Wow, does that guy pack a punch for the Imperial side. And then I was also able to get the Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Knight blister pack done. So go check all those videos out, and hey, we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Hello everyone, we're Meeple Talk, and we reviewed Brethren of the Coast, a game by You Play It. It's a pirate game where a bunch of buccaneers are attacking the Spanish fleet and trying to get as much loot as possible. It's a very small filler game. I think it's very charming and easy to play with a lot of strategy. I give it an 8.5.
I would give it a little bit more. I'd say a 9. I really like the fullness and the whole strategic way of reading each other in that game. Either way, check it out and come watch our review.
Okay, last week I took a look at several games. First, we'll start with Prove It. Prove It's a game where you're basically saying, hey, can you do this? Can you bounce the ball into the cup 5 times within 10 seconds? Or maybe you can do it 6 times. We go back and forth. It's kind of a shoddy, put-together game, though, and it only has some longevity, so the idea is interesting, but just not fully realized. Games and fun, this is a mixture of toy and game for very young children. Highly recommended. Of course, it's Haba, so that's always helps, but nice big chunky pieces, memory match, things like that. Octo Dice is actually the dice version of Aquasphere, or at least it's based on that. I don't like Aquasphere, but I thought Octo Dice was fine. Now, it is a fairly, I wouldn't say in-depth for a dice game, but there's a little bit more going on. There's some technology and stuff. Dice aren't the best quality, but it is a solid dice game. Awesome Kingdom. In this game's silly, and yet I still had a good time with it. You have these crazy heroes, and you're moving around a circle and clockwise and counterclockwise, and you're trying to land on good things and not bad things, and so you play cards that will let you move a certain number in each direction, and you also have special abilities. Just chock full of basically big tongue-in-cheek humor, but I found it fun. Flag Dash was a 2-player capture the flag game in which you are programming your team of captured flag people to move, and you're using a card and a disc. The card tells you what you're going to do. The disc tells you how many times you can do it. Very cool combo, and it's also quick and fast. We took a look at Wet Head, the game where you stick a hat on your head and pull things out. Basically Russian roulette to see if the water pours down on you. Silly fun, especially for kids, especially in the summer, especially in Florida. Karibou Camp. This is based on an old card game where you have a teammate and you're trying to get 5 of the same animal in your hand, and if once you do so, you do some sort of symbol, to your opponent, and they have to figure out, oh, you have this animal, but you have to do it not with your opponent, to your partner. You have to do it before one of your opponents sees. If they see you doing that symbol, they can claim that you have 5 in a hand. Of course, you could bluff them, and so on and so forth. Jason and I took a look at Star Wars Epic Duels, which goes for extremely high prices these days. Why? Is that worth it? We take a look and tell you that yes, we think it is. It is basically a kid's game, but you get to take the Emperor and his guards and go up against Yoda and a couple clone troopers, or you get to take Obi-Wan versus Han Solo if you want. You can do any kind of matchups that you want, usually good versus bad, but it spans all 6 movies. A lot of fun. Prospectus. This is a economic game, which is a solid economic game, but I really enjoyed. It comes with a cube tower, a crystal ball where you drop cubes into it, and some of them come out the bottom of it. Not all of them do, though. And the ones that come out determine the price of the stocks each time. A cool theme and a cool mechanism. Dragon and Flagon, which is coming out this week at Gen Con. I really enjoyed this. It's a tavern brawl by the Engelstein family from Stronghold Games. And in this, you have one of the different people, and you're programming your guy to move around and throw mugs at other people, and throw chairs, and push tables, and pull rugs, and swing from the chandelier. And if that sounds silly, great fun, then you will love this game. It takes up to 8 players, which is also a plus in my book. Arcane Academy, this is from Eric Lang at Kevin Wilson, IDW Games. This game is, it's almost just 2 mechanisms where you are basically going to activate a card in your kind of machinery or your spell book or what have you. You activate a card, and sometimes we'll activate the cards next to it, and then you're going to use those to get resources to buy cards that will give you special abilities or points at the end of the game. And so you're slowly building this up and getting these combos done very fast, easy. Highly recommend it. And finally, Order of the Gilded Compass. This is a redoing of Alia Ayecta Est. This is a dice placement game where you're going to roll a bunch of dice and try to maybe get 4 of the same kind or straight, and you're trying to outdo other players, and as you're going and finding treasure. This is much better than Alia Ayecta Est. I like the new theme of archaeology, but it also adds a whole lot of options, and there's new buildings and new things that are going on in a nice, cool package. We also put up a top 10 list that we may have not done for the first time this year, but there's also our Gen Con previews. If you missed those, go check them out. A lot of cool videos came out last week. Hopefully you enjoy them. We'll see you this week, maybe at Gen Con. If not, more videos coming out. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell. Thanks for watching Week in Review. This has been The Dice Tower.